Hi everyone, welcome back to Rock Bottom with Rhoda and Dan. I'm Dan.
And I'm Rhoda.
All right, this is, we did a show not long ago, probably one of our last, about the First Amendment. And it was a show that we did, and we were just pissing and moaning about how the First Amendment was being railroaded and blah blah blah. Anyways, so basically, right?
Yeah.
And then a week and a half ago, depending on when you're watching this, then Jimmy Kimmel
Was taken off the air for a few days by ABC. They didn't say they fired him. They didn't say they were just taking him off the air while they thought about something and he said. And apparently they made him go sit in a corner, think about it. But our president, our dear leader, had a tweet out that said, "Yay, he's gone. Now it's going to be the people at NBC who got rid of Colbert, got rid of Kimmel, and now we're going after Myers and Fallon." So yeah.
Yeah, well, let me. I'll read that.
Yeah. Oh,
I've
good.
got that.
Cool.
Yeah, I got it. The U.S. President Donald Trump had celebrated when Kimmel was taken off the air, saying more late-night show hosts should receive the axe. In a post on his social media platform, Truth Social, Trump had said, "Congratulations to ABC for finally having the courage to do what had to be done. Kimmel has zero talent and worse ratings than Colbert, if that's possible," urging another network, ABC, to take down shows by Jimmy Fallon and Seth Meyers. That leaves Jimmy and Seth, two total losers on fake news NBC. Their ratings are also horrible. Do it, NBC.
Do it. Yeah.
All right, so where do you start? All right, now, first of all, anytime Trump calls somebody else a loser, that takes some guts. I mean, you talk about the pot calling the kettle, you know.
Well, yeah. In a way. I mean, the bankruptcies and all that stuff. He was elected president twice by 2 times out of 3. Of course, I don't know if he's a winner or the people that voted for him are the losers. But anyway, that's just my opinion.
Either way.
But yeah.
But I mean, seriously.
He has not too great in business, bankruptcies and all that stuff. But yeah.
Who of all
They're
people?
Good at faking.
Oh, right.
He's really good at that. So,
if there is ever anybody on this planet that does not have the right to call somebody else a loser,
you think it's Donald Trump?
I think it's Donald Trump.
Okay.
I think it's Donald Trump. So, anyways, so he's calling these people losers.
Yeah. No talent losers. Yeah.
Right. So, first of all, I think we need to get into. Yeah, we're going to go off. We're going to go off.
Yeah, we always do.
We're going to go off. I know. First of all, he has a problem. He has a problem with late night. He has a lot of problems with late night comedians making fun of him.
Yeah. And to be honest, I mean, except for probably Kennedy, Nixon, Carter, Reagan, Bush, Clinton, Bush, Obama. Yeah, there's no other presidents that have been mocked on TV. No other ones. So really, he should be.
He's the only one. He's
the only one that matters.
Yeah.
The only one where they don't tell funny jokes.
Right.
See, everybody else, they deserve to be mocked and whatever. But he's like a very serious person, and people should not be mocking
at
him.
some point, at some point, somebody really needs to focus on what his deal is. I mean, obviously a narcissist.
Yeah.
Obviously. But the man thinks so highly of himself. And the whole thing can be, the whole argument can be made that he's
one of those god kings from back in Egypt.
Because there are other countries where you don't dare talk bad or negative about their king.
Their leaders.
But for some reason he thinks he can blast anyone else, call anyone else names, call them losers, call them whatever. I mean, my God, he went crazy with Rosie O'Donnell. I mean, he called her some horrible stuff. But
E.J. Carroll, I mean, oh my gosh. Any woman that's ever accused him of anything, they're losers. He would not be appealed to them. They were dogs. They were everything else. And I mean, one he even mistook for E.G. Carroll. He even mistook for one of his ex-wives. So yeah, it's kind of like, well, yeah.
When you go into politics, when you go into public whatever, the door's opened. You know, if you're going to be the president of the United States, you better take, along with the love and admiration, you better be ready to hear from the other side. And he can't do that because he is so thin-skinned.
You gotta have skin of steel. Yeah.
Absolutely. Or you just ignore it.
Yeah. You learn how to cope with it without wanting to declare war.
Well, exactly. I mean, every single one of the presidents, even, do you think that Hillary Clinton, even non-presidents, do you think any politician, Hillary Clinton took a lot.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But every president that in our lifetime has taken a beating.
Yep.
At one point or another, and no one more so. Bill Clinton took a lot.
Yeah. Some of them, Obama, Bush Jr. They make fun of themselves, or they roll with it. It's kind of like that's what makes them charming. But our president doesn't. I've heard rumors that he is charming behind scenes, but not. I'm not sure that I kind of question the people that say that sanity, but since I'm never going to have enough money or enough good looks or enough youth to ever experience that charm, I guess I won't worry about that. But
consider yourself lucky.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
George Jr. took an awful lot of heat, awful lot of criticism. I mean, people never thought that he was that intelligent.
Right.
Okay? And they never shied away from it.
Yeah.
And he took an awful lot of criticism for any number of things.
Yeah.
All right? He was fine. Yeah. Okay? Did he like it? Probably not. Did his family like it? Probably not. But that goes with the territory.
Yeah.
Like I said, same thing with Bill Clinton. Took a lot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, deserve or not deserve, okay?
Right.
Whatever.
Right. But he kept on with the job and didn't spend all night writing things to people and complaining to people. And he dealt with people that, he dealt with like Newt Gingrich and all the people that came in at that time that were just very much anti-government. And he dealt with them, and they did a lot of compromising. But they got things done.
But they got it done.
Yeah.
And none of them, every president went through a lot.
Yeah.
Not one of them ever took on the networks.
Nope.
Not any of them got their FCC chairman to start changing the rules and threatening licenses. We talked last time about the
networks
network
don't have
license.
licenses.
But the local stations do.
Yeah, the affiliates
but
do.
none of them ever threatened. They did their job, did their day-to-day work, and moved on. They didn't cry. They didn't spend the entire night writing crap on Truth Social or whatever. That's part of the job, and they know
Either
that going in.
or if they were challenged, if they were the networks, if they were challenged, if they did feel threatened or whatever, they didn't just say, "Oh, okay, sorry, we'll fix it, well, it's okay."
Here's $20 million.
Yeah, right. Here, don't go away now. We'll promise to do better in the future.
Exactly.
You know, and it's like, they kind of said, "Wait, no, you can't do that. That you can't say that. You can't do that. We'll go to court. We'll see you in court, or we'll negotiate with you behind the scenes, but we're not going to." Destroy somebody's career just because your feelings are hurt.
Right. And that's what.
And to be fair, Brandon Carr, he's the FCC chairman. He said when he was talking about not letting mergers go through and stuff, and that these affiliates better watch what the networks are doing, because we'll take away your licenses, and then then you're getting in trouble. So you better go to them and then threaten them that you're not going to show their shows. And that's kind of what happened with Kimmel. And but he said he didn't mean for them to do that. He was just showing. It was just his opinion. He wasn't threatening. He wasn't. No, it was just Disney and all these people that just finally saw the light, and that's what they were doing. But
oh, absolutely.
Yeah, unfortunately, they didn't realized that maybe Kimmel's audience for the broadcast show wasn't that big. It was around 1 to 2 million, which, compared to our audience, of course, it's like a gazillion more. but
he's still far behind ours. So.
Yeah. Anyway, but like I usually don't watch Jimmy Kimmel because I'm an old person, and that's hard for me to stay up and actually, I fall asleep around 10, and then I get up at 2, and he's already gone. So
that's why they have YouTube, though.
Yeah, yes,
that's where his.
I watch his stuff on YouTube the next day. A lot of people watch his stuff on YouTube
My
the other
kids
day.
do.
Yeah,
I mean, if they're going to watch it, they're going to watch it after.
And
the next morning or whatever.
A lot of people made their opinions known.
Well, absolutely. So. And we're not going to get into exactly what Jimmy said. We've all heard what he said. All right, so we don't need to tear that apart. He went on after he came back, and he said that's not at all what he meant.
Yeah.
Nor did he say it. If you read the transcript, if you listen to what he said nothing against Mr.
Charlie Kirk or his family or any of that kind of
Absolutely
stuff.
Absolutely
not.
Yeah. He was cutting down the president. Okay.
Yeah.
It's all open about it.
Yeah.
What he said was not incorrect.
Because not for
right
that
after
time.
right after the shooting, everyone on the right was pointing fingers, saying, "Oh, it wasn't one of us."
Right.
Okay. So that's what he was trying to say.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he was trying to say.
That they were more worried about that than
and all you have to do is listen to interviews from the right, from our lawmakers on the right, and that's what they were doing. They were pointing fingers and saying some very unkind things before they even knew the facts.
Right.
So what he said was true.
Right.
So anyways, pressure from, there's 2 big local station owners or groups. All right, Sinclair Broadcasting and Nexstar Media Group. Sinclair is very self-righteous. I'm going to just say it. I'm just saying it, okay?
I don't know if you remember or anybody remembers this, but when Sinclair first came on the Horizon, or I first heard of Sinclair. I think it was a Lincoln Project, but don't quote me. They did a commercial where they were showing people from local network news. They'd come on, introduce themselves, and they'd all say, like, I'm Bill, I'm Sue, I'm George, and this is a local, and then they would go on to give a commentary. And
I should have played that. I should have played that. I should have. Yep, I should have. Yes.
And then the commentary was word for word, picture perfect, from somebody in Michigan to somebody in Massachusetts, somebody in Texas, somebody wherever. They were saying, all had the same commentary, the same thing. And people were worried, and I still am, that they're taking over. I'd be more worried if more people that I knew watched local news. Ever since I was a kid, we watched local news to see the headlines, and to watch the weather,
right,
and maybe the sports,
right.
And other than that, it was just background music. I mean, just nice. didn't do anything. But
right.
but yeah, that's Sinclair.
See, and exactly. And I remember I was on spring break one year when those commercials hit.
Oh yeah.
And I said, "Listen to that." I said, "Can you believe that?" Yeah. You know, and I said, "That's pretty right wing." And so when I got home, sure enough, so they are very right wing, very right wing,
yes.
And they went on that same, down the same road as what Fox did. You know,
yeah.
Their little speech was fair and balanced, so we don't spin the news and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Well, they're very right wing. They're very right wing.
And maybe they don't spin the news. I mean, yeah, the car crash they're covering is going to be the same. I mean, it's not going to be biased or anything. Maybe a union strike might be a little more, they shouldn't be there and
sure.
all that stuff. But their commentary, that's where it gets to be, we're all going to say the same thing. And
right.
It's going to be like 1986, only, 40 years later.
Sure. Yeah. So that's Sinclair. They own more ABC affiliates than any other group.
Yeah.
All right. Followed by Nexstar.
And Nexstar just happens to be within that they're trying to have an $8 billion merger between. I'm sorry, that's not it. I'm reading the wrong thing. A $6.2 billion merger with Tegna. But they need FCC approval to get that, which Brendan Carr is very much a Trump loyalist.
Absolutely.
And this could be just my perception, but it seems like Trump's enemies are his enemies, and so
and his enemies will be Nexstar's enemies because they need something.
Yeah.
See how this whole thing works, though?
Yeah.
Do you see how this whole thing works? Everybody's washing their own hands.
Yeah.
That's kind of the problem when big corporations and one or two or three companies own everything.
Right.
Hence the reason years ago there were there were rules that you could only own so many stations.
If you let's see, there's something called section. Let's see. Yeah. Section 230. And I just lost my thing. Anyway, they have different things that they need to do. They need to.
You mean the stations?
The station, not the stations. The FCC has to. No. I'm sorry. They have to make sure that only that you can't, one corporation can't saturate
Right.
segment of the country.
Of the country,
So
sure.
like everything's got to be, oh, here we go. Yeah, I got it in my computer. Sorry about that. There's a national ownership cap of 39% of households that local television stations can cover.
Right.
So they can't take over a whole section, a whole sector, and just give their point of view. They want people to be able to hear all sorts of views.
Right.
And so you're not just limited. Some of the stuff, and I don't know what I've got. Anyway, some of the things kind of, there is a change in the way people look at things. Television viewership, television, broadcast television, not cable,
Right. Sure.
not streaming, but television, is like 19.1% of the viewing public.
All right. Out of the viewing public,
yeah.
19% broadcast stations or broadcast are only getting 19%. When you and I were growing up, 100% of what we watched was
ABC, NBC, CBS. Didn't even have Fox back then.
Right.
So
or PBS.
And nowadays, none of the four big ones, ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox, can merge. They have to remain separate. So you can't get it down to just one station.
Right. You couldn't get it down.
Where you just
right.
get like you're just going to be. So that's another thing that they have.
Yeah. See, years ago, in a at any particular town, like the town that we're in, we had a radio station, just one radio station at the time, and a newspaper. All right. Well, then a couple more stations would drop in or whatever. But at no point, no one could own the radio station or a TV station or the newspaper because your views would all gel. You couldn't do that.
No.
Nor could you go up the road a ways and buy that station. You know, you couldn't do that. There was just limitations. And then the FCC loosened things up. Yeah. So that's kind of the backstory. Yeah. So Nexstar is saying, well, we need something from the FCC, right? Like a merger.
Oh, right.
All right. So this whole Jimmy thing. So they and Sinclair, because I believe Sinclair also wants something coming up in the near future.
Oh, maybe, but I didn't see that.
I believe I heard something. I could be wrong on that, but Nexstar says, hey, I need something from the FCC, so I think I'm going to jump on this bandwagon to ban Jimmy or suspend Jimmy. And I think they were the first, and then Sinclair jumped.
And then ABC said, okay, wait, we're losing a big chunk here.
Right.
We better... They never said, we're going to cancel you. They never said that. Trump said that. But they said, we're going to wait and see. Yeah.
Yes, Trump said that, and we'll show a video or a slide in a second of what he said. But you're right.
Yeah.
ABC
they just
always said we're going to
suspend
it for a
little while. And they went into talks with them, which we don't know what they talked about. But there were rumors they were going to make Jimmy Kimmel get out there and confess or apologize. and kiss butt and all that stuff, which he didn't do, which I'm very glad. He did a very good job.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
You had nothing to apologize for. You said nothing wrong.
Yep.
Okay, I believe that. I believe that
too.
because he never said anything about Mr. Kirk
the family
or the family.
No.
He never said anything about that. Absolutely nothing.
But if you'd heard Brendan Carr's interview, he made it sound like, oh, it was just awful. What he said was horrible.
Okay, he's a weasel.
And so people that are never going to listen to it, are never going to check it out.
Right.
Because
they believe him.
Yeah, because they believed him. They believe him, and maybe he is that sensitive to things, but he really did not. He did not say anything about the family at all. And he didn't say anything, except that Charlie Kirk got killed, but that was not news to anybody, and that was not being mean saying that he was killed, or assassinated or whatever, but just kind of.
Yeah, he said
it's like,
nothing about the family.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Absolutely nothing about the family. And so then this whole thing blows up.
Yeah.
All right? Then it blows up to a
lot of people canceling their subscriptions to Hulu and Disney Plus.
Sure.
And,
even people, and I didn't watch Jimmy very often.
No.
But
no.
I canceled my Hulu for one reason and one reason only. And that reason is, if you don't stick up for the First Amendment, we lost it all.
Right.
We lost it all.
Right. You're not going to be showing anything I want to see anyway. All you're going to be showing is...
If Trump and his little clowns get their way, then it's all over.
Yep.
Then all of a sudden, Jimmy would have been gone.
Yeah.
Phelan would have been gone. Seth Meyers would have been gone. They're all gone.
Yeah.
And so the only thing you're going to hear 24/7 from any of the networks is all pro-Trump.
Yep.
And everything would have to be okayed through the White House before they said anything. Mm-hmm. And if you think that's far-fetched, it's not.
Yeah. And if you think that it's that's the way they react to everything, and that they had a reason for doing it. Somebody on Fox News said that maybe a solution to homelessness is to execute them. Yes. And I'm not quoting it exactly, and I think he meant it, I'm sure he meant it as a joke, but he was not a comedian.
No.
And yet nobody said anything, and nothing happened to him, and everything was fine.
He was never reprimanded.
No.
And
but Jimmy Kimmel, who is a comedian, so
yes.
you can pretty much say that no matter what he says, it was a joke.
Mm-hmm.
Something very mild.
Well, I think we could all say that Donald Trump has no sense of humor.
No.
None.
No.
He cannot make fun of himself, and you cannot make fun of him.
No.
Because once you do, he starts crying, and then all hell breaks loose.
Yes.
Because he will never ever let it go.
No.
Ever let it go.
No.
So that's what the problem is. It has always stemmed from, if you're going to make fun of me, I'm going to make your life a living hell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's what he did.
Yeah.
Jimmy never said anything negative about the family. He said something negative about Trump, but Trump thought, oh, this is a great way.
Yeah.
We're going to get him fired.
Yeah.
So the network suspended him, and then the network got heat, like you said.
Yep. Yep.
Millions.
Millions.
Yes. And they lost somewhere. They don't have an exact figure. Okay?
Right. And I'm not sure how many people went back to them, but it was in the billions that they went down. And they went down 2 or 3 percentage points, which tells you that billions to them are not much. But, but
right.
A billion here, a billion there, like they said. Pretty soon you're talking about real money.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's why he came back.
They say no. They say that, oh no, we just had to have time to talk it over and see what's going on, and
bull.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna play that bullshit card right now because that's a crock.
Yeah.
They don't care about Jimmy Kimmel.
No.
They don't care about him. The bottom line is they care about money. they don't particularly care about ratings if it didn't mean money.
Yeah. Well, and it makes me feel like, oh wow, what if we had done the same thing when Colbert was let off? But see, they said that was because he wasn't making enough money. He was the top of the whole thing. He just won an Emmy, but he wasn't making him enough money. So, yeah. It's like,
all right, dear viewers, start that with Colbert.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to tell you.
Yeah. That's like
they can say all they want to. It was a financial thing.
Yeah. Yep.
It wasn't about the money. It was.
Well, it's the same thing. When Jimmy Kimmel came back, Nexstar and Sinclair said, "Oh, not our stations. We're not going to show him. He's We have morals.
we have morals, by God, and our morals are right up here.
Yeah.
And
our viewers do not want to see this. And no.
And what happened? Jimmy Kimmel came back on a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
By Friday,
Sinclair and Nexstar said, well, you know what? Fine. We'll start showing them.
It's a money thing, people. It's a money thing. All of a sudden, their morals didn't mean nearly as much as the money.
Well, and one thing, they signed contracts with the networks.
Absolutely.
Saying, okay, we'll show your shows. And the networks will give them some time to preempt these shows. Like if there's a local game or something local happens and they want to show that instead of the thing.
Right.
But they're only allowed so many of those. Yeah. Sooner or later, they have to either show those programs or I probably pay them something for that, for not showing them. And they're not going to do that.
Absolutely. Well,
like,
here's the thing.
Like,
if you can't pick and choose what you want.
Right.
It's not an a la carte.
Right.
You know, you commit to running all of the network shows, and for ABC that means from Good Morning America to Jimmy Kimmel.
You have to run them all.
And everything in between. Yes, you got to play them all. You can't pick and choose.
Right.
And if you're so self-righteous and you don't believe that your people, your viewers want to see that stuff, then don't run it. Run 24 hours of nonstop the best of Donald Trump.
Yeah. Oh,
tweets,
yeah.
You know?
Just of The Apprentice. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Or the 700 Club.
Oh,
whatever.
Yeah.
I don't care. But if you are committed to running the network, if you want to be part of ABC, then you're running the damn shows.
Right.
It's that simple.
Yeah. Either that or go, I don't know, build your own network.
Well, yeah, exactly. Because if you're not going to run their show, somebody else will.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't tell us what we're going to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand.
And that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing with capitalism. I mean, and the whole thing of if you don't like it, and people aren't going to watch it. And if people aren't going to watch it, you cancel it, get another show.
Right.
It's just like, if people don't want to see it, they'll turn their TV off. And if you find out everybody's turning their TV off, then you take that show off the air and put something else in its place. But you don't. And that's the thing. They talked about the left having cancel culture.
Right.
And maybe I'm naive, but if I don't like a comedian, and I don't go and see his show, how is that? I mean, why do I have to go and watch his show? Why, if I spent 4 years in a college, university, spending $100,000 and some $1,000 to get my education, on my graduation day, when I'm really, and this is a cheap college, on my graduation day, I'm going to go and get my diploma. I have to listen to somebody whose views I find obnoxious.
Appalling?
Yeah. Why?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. And why do I have to be the one not going to my graduation? So I have a feeling I have the right to protest this.
Sure.
And if most of my fellow students say, yeah, I don't want him here either, why don't we have the right to say that? Why is that cancel culture? That's the same thing as shutting off our TV. Yeah, if you can have them, but we're just not going to attend the graduation. So, and that's going to look bad for you. So, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that's just expressing your viewpoint. But these people, these comedians are saying, well, they're just canceling it. Well, if you're upsetting that many people, were you going to get that big of a crowd in the first place? I mean, I don't know that that people have to show you. Yeah, it's like
right.
But it's not the same thing as the president of the United States saying, well, and they're not saying that he did it, but it's kind of funny that he says, "Oh, Kimmel's next," or so many, that, and then all of a sudden that is it.
Well, yeah, because after Colbert, he said, "Jimmy Kimmel's next."
Yeah. And
sure enough, Jimmy Kimmel was next. I just don't understand this, and I don't understand why we're letting this happen.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it's just this president.
Yeah.
When Trump 1.0 was here, he cried and carried on like a little baby every time someone made fun of him. All right. Well, then he lost.
He did lose, no matter what anybody will tell you. He did
lost
in 2020.
Biden came along, and the press wasn't always very nice to him.
No.
But he didn't go and start threatening to
take
get
them
Jimmy
to court or to get fired or getting sue their network or.
He's got thick skin, for crying out loud, and he doesn't care. That's part of the deal. That's part of the deal. I mean, there was once upon a time I was on the radio, and if you're going to be in trust me, people, I had 3 listeners.
Yeah.
My mom and dad and somebody.
And 3 siblings, or not all of them?
No.
Okay.
No,
all right.
You're out there. You're out there. And this is just a minute thing. I mean, you're out there. If you're going to be in public eye or listening or whatever, you have to take that. That was your choice.
Yeah.
All right? That was your choice to be in the public view.
Right.
Anybody that's on TV, unfortunately, that goes with the territory. Yeah. There will be people that love you. There will be people that hate you.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you decide for some strange, ungodly reason you want to be president of the United States.
Yeah. Same thing's going to happen. Yeah.
In this day and age, 50% will love you, 50% will hate you.
Yeah.
You better take it.
Yeah.
You better deal with it. All right? Do your job, shut your mouth, keep your head down, and keep going.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't rule by fear. You can't rule by trying to hold people down.
Yeah.
Because there are some people you just can't do that with. And
I mean, you have a job to do. You were hired to do a job.
Yeah.
Do your job. Quit making fun of people.
Yeah.
Don't get involved in stupid stuff that just doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah. And somebody really should take us a remote away from them and just say, okay, just
replace the remote with crayons and a coloring book, for crying out loud.
Yeah, it's just like.
But honest to God, so that's what's got us.
Yeah.
This has not ended.
No. No. They're still working on things. They're still saying that he taking license away from local stations that he thinks are biased. The Brendan Carr, the FCC chairman, but he gets to decide what's biased or not. I don't know that that's and he's trying to get more power for the FCC, which has been noted as being an independent agency. That the presidents usually don't really care what you do. I mean, what you're doing over there. They do appoint the chairman, but they don't have. They have power. I mean, obviously, they can say who can merge, who can't, and when who will bend the roads for and who we won't. they can't go in and police what you're saying and things like that. But they want to have more power. Right now, the internet, like Meta, Facebook, YouTube, all these internet platforms. Right now, they have different rules, and it's more of a I guess they more loosely based on a self-patrolling or reviewing type thing. And they can't be held responsible for things on their site. They will, and they do though have the option to take things off the network. I mean, if you had like snuff films up there or something like that, they could take that off. He wants to have, but as far as like letting people like us come out and say what we want to say, and they don't have any.
They have no control.
They have no control of us voicing our opinions.
Right. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not
he
yet.
wants to make it so that that they're not self-patrolling or self-doing, that the FCC would have more of a hands-on type thing, more control over that type of thing. And one of the big things that he has against the internet and things like that is he thinks that the censoring that they're doing is more to do with the right wing than with the left wing. And I don't know if that's true or not, but they want to have look more into that.
If people in the world are not seeing this for what it is, I'm not sure what they're looking at. This is truly a First Amendment issue. Truly. Because they want to control what people say. This whole country was based on a handful of amendments, you know. There are many people in this world, this country, that are very adamant that the Second Amendment is carried through, but they don't care about the First.
Right.
We just have, I don't know, this whole thing with Jimmy, this whole thing with Colbert, it's because and as David Letterman said, you know, we just have somebody that's very thin-skinned, and he can't take a joke. And Jimmy said that the other night when he came back on. He said, you know, this has nothing else to do other than the fact that our president can't take a joke.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you can't take a joke, if you don't like what you're watching, turn it off. Just turn it off. Keep your TVs tuned to Fox, because they're going to say lovely things about you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, if you don't want your feelings hurt. And when I was saying Section 230, that's actually for the computer and telecommunication type things. For things, the ones where it limits like local ownership and that type of thing. That's the actually that's the Telecommunications Act, and then the Section 230 is more for the internet and computer services type things. Yeah. And it gives, like Google and Facebook and those places, publisher immunity, so they don't have to, like if we do something that like that we start a riot or something with our rhetoric, which we're not going to do. Don't ever start a riot because of us, because we don't,
Please don't start.
We don't count. We have no,
don't even start a conversation.
Right, about anything that we bring up. So, yeah, but they don't get any of the blame of that, and that they just leave it up to them to decide what's obscene or lewd or otherwise objectionable, and then. When I say leave it up to them, leave it up to the owners or the people. And
on one of our previous shows, we talked about what the FCC's rules really are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and they want to be they want to be an entity or a government regulator.
Mm-hmm.
They want to be more than what they were ever set out to be.
Right.
Right. They were never appointed, or they were never established to tell stations what they need to
what their content could be and what.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That was never was never their intention.
No.
Their intention obviously was to make sure that I don't know.
That
porn
different,
and so
right?
on.
Yeah, things like that.
Sure,
Yeah.
And obscenities. I mean, there are still things that you cannot say on broadcast TV. Believe it or not, there are still things on broadcast TV that you can't say.
Mm-hmm.
But
cable's a little freer, and internet is anything goes. Yeah.
But they were never put in place to tell you what you can and what you can't say. That's all part of the freedom of speech, so they were never there for that reason. Mm-hmm. Contrary to what Mr. Trump has to say.
Yeah. And it's usually appointed, like there's five members. Mm-hmm. The president appoints the chairman. They switch off in different years. Right. And they usually, like right now, there's a Republican president, so there's 3 Republican members and 2 Democrats. There was a Democrat that would be switched around. Yeah. So.
Now, the beautiful thing was, there was a time that Mr. Carr absolutely backed the freedom of speech.
Yeah, he actually wrote the Federal Communications Commission's section of the Project 2025, and the first thing he said was the FCC should promote freedom of speech. So
until Mr. Trump tells him, "Oh, wait, my feelings get hurt really easy. Don't let these people make fun of me. And if they do, let's get them fired."
Yeah.
And then,
something
what we'll do is we'll make it so rough that if somebody wants to do a merger or whatever,
it's like, oh, that's a nice little broadcast thing you got there.
We're going to hold this carrot over your head. If you want this merger to go through, you'll fire people. Well, that's not how life works.
No.
I'm sorry. That's just not how life works. But that's how life works for him. So at any rate, long story short, so Jimmy comes back.
Right.
So Jimmy comes back, and Mr. Trump he's excited. He's very happy that Jimmy came back. I mean, he's thrilled. So he goes on his Truth Social, and post this.
Welcome back, Jimmy.
Right? Yes. He said, "Oh, geez, I can't." He says, "I can't believe ABC fake news gave Jimmy Kimmel his job back. The White House was told by ABC that his show was canceled." They were not. Okay, they were not. They were not told.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
They were never told that. That's But anyways, something happened between then and now because his audience is gone, and his talent was never there. Oh God, whatever. Why would they want someone back who does so poorly, who's not funny, who puts the network in jeopardy by playing 99% positive Democrat garbage? He is yet another arm of the DNC, and to the best of my knowledge, that would be a major illegal campaign contribution. Yeah, like you would know. I think we're going to test ABC out on this. Let's see how we do. Last time I went after them, they gave me $16 million. They gave me $16 million. Mm-hmm. The whole idea was, that they gave the library, but whatever. He likes to make this about him. So anyways, last time they gave me $16 million. This one sounds even more lucrative. A true bunch of losers. Let Jimmy Kimmel rot in his bad ratings.
It's too bad that Jimmy Kimmel never ever made fun of Biden or any of the other Democrats.
No, he absolutely never made fun of. He never ever made fun of. I'm sure
Kamala
he never,
Harris or
You think he ever made fun of Hillary?
Oh, nobody ever made fun of Hillary. Everybody treated her with perfect respect and
absolutely.
And dignity, and they never ever made fun of her. No.
Yeah, everybody.
She was kind of a saint. Somehow I don't remember it that way, but apparently Trump remembers them as just just picking on him and not picking on anybody else.
That's just how that worked.
Yeah.
So what happens is then the night that Jimmy comes back, then everybody's applauding.
Right.
Because he had no ratings whatsoever.
Yeah,
except for the fact that he had almost 6.3 million viewers that night, and another 20 million on YouTube
the next day. Yeah.
And so all the late night people jumped in on the bandwagon to welcome him back.
Yeah.
Possibly some of them. I mean, because we watched.
Yeah.
Possibly some of them may have said a few negative things about Trump.
Oh, no.
Maybe some of them went over the line.
How brave.
No, they didn't go over the line. They didn't even come close to the line.
Well, it depends on whose line. Whose line is it? No.
So So one of the people just happens to be David Letterman, who I believe David Letterman is probably one of the funniest people that was ever on TV. Just my opinion. My opinion.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Mine too, yeah.
What's that?
Mine too. But
Yeah. He went on and said some true but probably unkind things about the Donald. So then Trump gets on Truth Social. Whatever happened to the very highly overrated David Letterman, whose ratings were never very good either? He looks like hell, but at least he knew when to quit. Loser. So Letterman goes on because he's got a little podcast. Him and a couple of people that were on the show. I mean, that work the show. They have their own podcast. So Letterman shows this very same thing.
Yeah.
And he laughs. He just laughs.
Yeah. You mean he's not trying to sue him or anything? I mean, my God.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's like,
jeez.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So that's where we're at in this world. So that's where we're at in this world. I mean, this had absolutely nothing to do with ratings.
No.
It had everything to do with big corporations.
Yeah.
Trying to overstep.
Yeah.
They knew that if they wanted something from the FCC, they had to play the game.
Yeah.
And so that's what happens.
It all has to do with money, really.
It's all money.
It doesn't have anything to do with, yeah, I mean, it started out with one person feeling insulted. And I don't know why, but, and then it turns into, okay, we're going to do this because we need the money. And then we're not going to do this because we need the money.
Right.
and yeah, it's just kind of, you can say you're doing it for noble reasons all you want to, but if you're going to cave as soon as it hits your bottom line, you weren't really doing it for that. You were doing it because you were scared. You were doing it because,
sure.
you know.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, these companies that can go on and say, oh, you know, we're you know, not holier than thou, but, you know, self-righteous people.
Yeah.
And our viewers will never watch this crap. Well, until they do want to watch this crap.
Right.
And they started losing money.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And and bingo bango, they're back on.
Yeah.
Jimmy's on Tuesday. They cave, and both Nexstar and Sinclair got them back on Friday night. They will tell you, well, we made some negotiations. Oh, please. Mm-hmm. You lost money, you lost viewers.
Right.
It's a business. So you're in the TV business. You either show the shows or get out of the business.
Or switch to another network. Change to be a Fox network or something. I don't. It's kind of like it's and really, were they helping their area? I mean, you can't say the whole area likes this, or the whole area likes that, or it's like you got to make some compromises because otherwise you get nobody.
We know our viewers.
Yeah.
No.
Although I should say, up until this year, for the last 5 years, I think, I haven't had any network shows that were must-see for me.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I had a couple last year that I used to record, and I'm still recording them, but one of them has been on for 5 weeks, and I haven't watched one yet. So I'm not certain that any of the networks fit my taste anymore.
Right.
So you make it so bland that it's just... why bother? Why not do something else? But
well,
watch reruns of Andy Griffith Show or whatever.
Well, yeah, I started watching and recording because I couldn't watch it when it was on live. I started watching or recording the show, and I haven't watched any hardly Brady Bunch. And, so
you have to catch up a little bit.
So I got to catch up.
Yeah.
But I don't know. So that's our little piss and moan thing again. I mean, I do feel bad that we had to bring that up again, but I don't know. It's just that it just gulls me that that this is where we're at.
Yeah.
And we, they make it look like they're doing us all a favor.
Yeah.
That we gotta protect everybody from this trash.
Right.
Really, all you're doing is protecting the president from people making fun of him.
And it was one of those things that if what he said was so bad, you would have heard from your customers before you heard from Brendan Carr.
Absolutely.
It would have been a big thing, and it would have been in everything. But
that's crazy.
But.
Whatever. Next up, not this show, but we're gonna probably hit a little bit on James Comey. That'll be probably a lot shorter. At no time would I ever defend James Comey. Okay?
Right. Yeah, we're kind of babies about him too. We have a big grudge, but
But he's been dealt a bad hand.
Yeah. And I do think, I don't agree with him, but I do think he thought he was doing what he needed to do. I think he was
with Hillary.
And
gotcha.
So I don't think he meant harm. He did a great deal of harm, but I don't think it was malicious. But
and if he had the chance to do things over again, and I have not read his book,
yeah,
but I'm sure if he had to do things over again, I believe in my heart of hearts. Yeah. Now people will say Hillary's numbers were going when we got closer to the election. They always do.
Yeah, they always get closer. Yeah.
Yep. The numbers always get closer. Would Trump have won had Comey not said, "Oh, I'm reopening this investigation"? What was it? 2 weeks before the election, or whatever the numbers were. No.
Coincidentally, the same time as the
tapes?
tape with the Entertainment Tonight
tape.
Yeah.
Billy Bush
like almost the same day or around the same time.
Right.
And it's kind of like, yeah, that's all. But
yeah, I mean, because those tapes went out. Tell you what, we'll get into this on the next one.
That's right.
Because that could go on forever.
Yeah,
but
right,
anyways,
yeah.
All right. So, anyways, that's our rant. We will we'll do the Jimmy the James Comey thing, but Jimmy's back.
Yep.
And Donnie's crying. So
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, all right. Do you have anything?
Nope. Just enjoy Jimmy Kimmel while he's still on the air, and hopefully he'll be on the air for a long, long time. So
that's our hope.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for watching.
Okay.